Hi, my name is Aaron Marks. I'm one of the founding partners of Amplius Wealth Advisors. We are a registered investment advisory firm within the Fidelity ecosystem. And I wanted to talk about the Chubb, SERP, and deferred comp programs today. We have a large concentration of clients who work at Chubb. So we've become very familiar with their retirement programs and benefits over the last almost 15 years of working together. So it is a critical time to start paying attention to these benefits. And again, wanted to hit on a couple high level items. This is meant to be a quick, again, high level overview. So a more detailed discussion should be held with your dedicated wealth management team, tax advisors, and other appropriate parties. So at a high level, what is the SERP? What is the DCP, deferred compensation programs? They're ways for you to save more money and also receive more company dollars from Chubb. So if we talk about them independently, the SERP, it allows you to contribute above the IRS mandated maximums within your 401k. You must contribute 10% exactly. It cannot be 9, cannot be 11. So to be eligible and to contribute and to get potential dollars from Chubb, you need to be set at 10%. That can be a combination of pre-tax and Roth dollars. So it could be 6 and 4 or any other variation, but just a total of 10 does need to be elected. Previous year's elections do carry over. So even if you don't make any changes, the same elections will follow for 2024. But also just as critically, you might not want those same contributions. So just do pay attention to the elections from your previous year. The eligible compensation that you have does depend on your hire date and your role. Some will have the 10% that they're contributing go on just their base pay. Some will have base pay plus salaries plus commissions potentially. So again, it depends if you're Legacy Ace, Legacy Chubb, when you were hired. Are you at ESIS? Are you at Brandywine? What have you? So a lot to pay attention to there that will apply specifically to you and maybe not to others. All of the dollars that you do have that go into the plan will be paid at separation. So separation could be retirement. It could be tomorrow. It could be whatever it is that you potentially do leave Chubb. And it's very important that all of these dollars, it's important for you to know that it is taxable. So whatever comes to you that pays out of the SERP counts as income, whether it's $1, $100,000, $1 million, it is all taxable and will be taxed at the income bracket in which you're in that given year. So it's very important to pay attention to your distributions. You are able to make different distribution elections, whether it's as a lump sum or over time. So it's critical to schedule those out appropriately based on your retirement goals and other taxable income that you might have, whether it's from a pension, if you're potentially leaving the company and going to work with another company, you do really want to pay attention there. Also important, Legacy Ace employees. So before Chubb and Ace came together, you didn't have an election or decision that you were able to make on those distribution payouts. So they all pay as a lump sum. So it's very critical to pay attention to that, and maybe future contributions should be staggered out more over time. So again, really something to hammer home there to be careful of as you do enroll in the SERP and make those elections. On the deferred compensation program, you must re-enroll here. This does not carry forward. So if you did enroll and participated for 2023, that will not carry forward. So you do need to make that election. You still get to defer on a pre-tax basis, your dollars, and you can do it on your salary, your bonus, or a combination of the two. So it does not need to be the set 10% like the SERP. You do have more flexibility here. There's no formal match, and maybe I didn't mention this on the SERP. You do receive additional company dollars on the SERP, where in the deferred comp program, you may receive company dollars from Chubb in the deferred compensation program, but it's really only because you're making up for a missed match that you might be receiving in the SERP because you're reducing your income. When you put dollars into the deferred comp program, you're reducing your taxable income, therefore reducing the amount of match that you'd receive. So you are getting that missed match in the deferred comp program. You do need to be careful, however, if you put too much or elect to have too much go into the deferred comp program, that could drop your compensation below the threshold to participate in the SERP. So if you want to participate in both, you really need to plan appropriately and not drop your income too low. Again, as with the SERP, your distributions will all be taxable. They will pay at separation, or as an in-service distribution, meaning while you are working. So there's a lot of nuance there as to the differences between the two, but you do have additional choices within the deferred comp program to pay out earlier, whether it's for college planning or other upcoming expenses, or you don't want it all paid out 10 or 15 years down the road. You can have them paid earlier. You also can make changes to some of those distribution elections, but that should that is, again, another conversation that is a little more in depth than just talking about here on this conversation. The key here is the payout elections and having those payouts be taxable. You really want to pay attention not to shoot yourself in the foot. These are great programs, but you want to take advantage appropriately. We've also noticed that some people inadvertently or advertently on purpose had their contributions all go into these vehicles and then not have them invested appropriately means they meant to have it invested in a target date fund for their retirement, but they had it all sitting in cash and didn't pay attention that it was sitting in cash for years and years. So it really is critical to pay attention to how your money is being invested within both of these programs, and then continuing to update those investments, not just have them sit stagnant. This money should be working for you, and not invested in a way that you don't want it to be invested. So again, all these conversations have a lot more depth to them and should be held with dedicated advisors. We're happy to help for any of our current clients. We have reached out, and we'll continue to reach out to you to make sure these enrollments go smoothly. Anyone who would like to have a conversation with us, please feel free to reach out, and we would appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.